Hey, welcome. So today I'm going to be taking you through a workshop all around money mindset, changing your relationship with money so you can bring yourself into a better financial position, moving from fear and scarcity into that of abundance. Now, the work I'm going to share with you today is some of my own. It's also from programs that I have been in, mentors and coaches that I have worked with, so like Fearless and Flourish with Erica, Lacey Phillips and To Be Magnetic, Maria Forleo's a business coach, Harriet Jackson's a business coach, all of these people that I have invested in to shift my relationship with money. And I don't want to take credit for anyone else's work. So I just wanted to drop that in at the beginning. Now, I still do this work. It's not something that we do once and then we park. We continually do this work. It's like doing the inner work. And you'll find as you up level your money mindset, every new level you get to another place, and there's another devil, okay? Something comes in. So every time you raise your level of abundance, you'll be diving back into this work. So what I want to begin with is belief systems. Now, depending on how long you've been working with me or following with me, you will understand a little bit about beliefs and limiting beliefs, okay? So our beliefs come from our childhood. Our beliefs are in the subconscious mind, yes? We've got the conscious and the subconscious. Your beliefs are going to be in the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is the unconscious part, the bit that we are not aware of. So one of the keys is bringing the unconscious conscious, so bringing that into our awareness, because once it's in our awareness we can work to change it. But 95% of the time our subconscious mind is in control. Effectively, our subconscious mind is responsible for 95% of our results. So our belief systems, they come in between the ages of 0 and 7, especially between 3 and 7, I believe, which is when our brains are like a sponge. We're like a sponge. We just absorb everything from the world around us. So this is how we form our model of the world. So our beliefs come from our parents and our caregivers, teachers, brothers and sisters, so any family members, society, religion, media. We absorb all of it, okay? And this is how we then form our model of the world. These beliefs stick with us, whether we're aware of them or not, and play out later on in life. So let's say, for example, your family was in scarcity. You used to hear your parents saying money doesn't grow on trees, or there's never enough, or maybe they fought around money. Maybe one of your parents or both of your parents were out working all of the time. So I had this one, I realized with me and my relationship with money was it linked to my fear of abandonment, because my father was always away working. He was away working to support us all and pay the bills. But I linked money to my father not being there. So I linked it to abandonment. So that's just a little example. I'll give you some examples of other money beliefs that these may resonate, they may not. You can't be spiritual and rich or religious and rich. Money doesn't grow on trees. Rich people are greedy. I'm just no good with money. I have heard so many people say that. It's selfish to want a lot of money. You have to work hard to make money, and money is a limited resource. Now, all of these are beliefs that have been instilled in us, especially if we look at society today. Like we are now in a patriarchy, okay? So patriarchy is very much, it's an energy, and it's very logical, it's very masculine, it's work hard to make money, it's the hustle mentality. But actually, that's not true. These are just belief systems that have been ingrained and embedded in us, okay? So what I want you to do here is, you've got some journaling prompts to go into. What did your parents and caretakers teach you about money? So you're going to go back to your childhood. What do you remember? What did you hear? What phrases did you hear? What did you hear them saying all around money and finance? What negative feelings come up from those phrases, from those sayings, from what you heard? What's your relationship with money now? Do you have a good relationship? Do you have a bad relationship? Are you in fear and scarcity? Do you ignore money? Do you Do you feel abundant? Do you know money's coming to you? What is your relationship like with money now? And be really honest with yourself. Brutal honesty. We want to really bring this into our awareness. Okay, then what are your patterns around money? And again, I want you to look back throughout your life. What's the pattern that is there patterns that keep showing up? So for mine, I had a realization that mine was very much like money would come in, but then it would go, okay? So I could never keep it. I could never hold on to it. That was my pattern. And that then also linked to other patterns in my life. So what are your patterns around money? What fears come up for you around money? And with this one, I want you to just sit with it for a moment. I want you to sit, I want you to close your eyes, I want you to take a deep breath in as if you're going into a meditation, and just allow yourself to feel what fears come up around money. And then how do you talk about money? Do you talk about it negatively or positively? Is it a high vibration or a low vibration? So that's your first exercise. Now I want to just dive into an abundance mindset versus a scarcity mindset. And what I've done here, actually, I've taken a paragraph from a lady called Maria Forleo, which this really resonated with me, the way she describes it. So I'm just going to read this out to you. So scarcity, okay? So scarcity, you're always scrambling to make a few bucks or wondering how to earn more money. You stress about paying the bills, complain about paying taxes, and resist giving anything away. You scrimp and you save, yet somehow you never have enough cash left over for a nice dinner, for a date night or a movie. Whether you're making minimum wage or a competitive income, you have a broke mentality and it never quite feels enough. So not all of that will resonate with you, but maybe some of it does. Like, do you see any parts of yourself in that scarcity mentality? Also, not allowing yourself to spend money on yourself. That would be in scarcity too. Some scarcity beliefs. I'm not good with money. We've said that one already. Someone else will take care of this for me. People with money are greedy. I'm not smart enough, talented enough, privileged enough. All of those are scarcity beliefs. Now, if you're thinking, that's not my mindset and I just don't have enough money, this is my life, then you're in a scarcity mindset. So let's flip that and look at an abundance mindset. So you appreciate what you have. You're grateful for everything you have, whether it's pennies in your pocket or a private jet one day. And you enjoy being generous with others. You enjoy sharing. You have confidence in your ability to make and receive money, because money is a flow, which we'll go into. You know there's always enough and there will always be more. So you have trust, you stay in trust and faith around money. You enjoy sharing the wealth and don't fret over bills or unexpected expenses. So an abundance mindset, what does it look like? I love learning about money. Well, obviously you're here. I can take charge of my finances. Money gives people the opportunity to contribute to others and make a powerful impact. I'm always enough just the way I am. I love money and money loves me. So if you're thinking as well, and I want to drop in there that, because I love that one, I'm always enough just the way I am, because often in society today, people think when I've made this money, when I'm successful, when I've got this promotion, I'll be happy when I have money. And now there's a lot you can see now from a lot of successful people and celebrities who speak out about it, is they get to that point, they think that, and then they're not happy. They end up with deep depressions. I think it's like Jim Carrey that said something like, I wish everyone could make like the millions of dollars or whatever it is that they want to make, to realize that money won't make them happy. Because people spend so much time, we spend time chasing money, okay? Now, money doesn't come to us when we're chasing it. Now, one thing I want you to just be aware of, whether you're moving from an abundance mindset or you're operating from a scarcity mindset, just remember that your mindset is malleable. It means it can be changed. We can change your beliefs. We just need to know where they came from. Once you've got the awareness around them, we can change them, and that's where we do the work as well with the subconscious mind. So I will dive into your limiting beliefs around money as well in our one-on-one sessions. Okay, so your next journaling exercise here, some questions for you. What are your current fears around money? What automatic debits can you eliminate? I want you to go through the payments that you have coming out of your account, the direct debits, because often we've got ones that we don't need. You know, have you got a subscription to something that you don't use anymore? Is there any payments that are not adding value to your life or just being sat there not used? Can you eliminate those? How do you feel about spending money? What's your current dialogue with spending? So when you spend money, do you go into fear? What kind of things do you say to yourself, like, oh my God, there's not enough? Or when you spend money, are you like, oh, thank you, thankful, are you grateful? List 5 to 10 limiting words that you use around money. What new beliefs do you want to have? So we've looked at what your current beliefs are. What do you want them to change to? What new beliefs do you want to have? Why do you deserve to have money? And I love this question. Like, why do you deserve to have money? What will change when you have money? Why do you want to have more money? And this is where we get to look at ego v soul, okay? So your ego, let's say, oh, I really want that sports car because I'm going to look good. I really want to get the boobs, the implants, because it's going to change my appearance, and then people are going to like me and love me and think I'm prettier, okay? That's all a place of ego. What about if it's coming from your soul? So, okay, because like for me, so why do I want more money? Because it means I can give more, I can give back. You know, I can live the life of freedom and luxury that I want to do and work from anywhere in the world, but also I can give more, I can make a bigger impact, I can invest, I can employ people, I can bring people into my business to systemize it the way I want to so that I can make a bigger impact. So that's from soul. Now, it doesn't mean that anything that you want for yourself is from a place of ego. We're going to go into in a moment into creating a money code, so I'll dive a little bit more into that then. Okay, so what will change when you have more money, and how will having more money or money allow you to help others? Okay, and that doesn't have to be by giving money. It might allow you to have more time to help others, to have free time. Okay, so the next one, money code. This is from something called To Be Magnetic with Lacey Phillips, okay? A workshop I did around money. Now, what you're going to do is create your money code, and this is something that you can then go back to and go, okay, am I spending in alignment or am I spending out of alignment, okay? So you're going to come up with 4 areas. So mine are travel, spirituality and expansion, health and wellness, comfort and expression. Okay, so travel, freedom to travel, connect with new people, new cultures and have new experiences and adventures. Spirituality and expansion, learning, expanding in business and personally, creating an impact through things that light my soul up, raising the collective consciousness and a deepening connection to myself and to the universe, to spirit. Health and wellness, nourishing my mind, my body and my soul. So that's organic food, that's therapies, that's treatments, that's beauty, that's workshops, going to retreats, and that's looking after the planet. That's freedom within my mind, anything that gives me freedom within my mind, my body and my soul. Then the next one is comfort and expression, having everything that I need and desire to live from a place of comfort and style, from where I live to how I live, to what I eat, to what I wear, to the products I use, accessories, and being able to express myself through these as well. So through my environment, through my style, through you know, the clothes that I wear. So those are the things that are important to me. Now, none of those come from a place of ego, they come from my soul. So I want you to ask yourself that question when you go through these questions. So you're gonna go, on each of these you'll be listing for your top 4, and this is gonna give you, you'll go back and see which 4 elements or aspects show up the most. That will give you your money code. So what do you spend most of your money on now? What are you budgeting for? And you're going to need to be really looking through your bank statements as well. I want you to go through your bank statements and really see where you're spending money. When you think of wanting money, what do you honestly and authentically want it for? So that goes back to that ego and soul question. What would financial security look like for you? What are your core needs? What are your core desires? When you dream of being financially secure, how will you fill your day? What motivates your career or your business? So title, money, perks, teams, work environment, status, freedom. Again, you're going to list your top 4. If you could do the top 4 things that light you up in your career and your business, what would they be? If you had an ideal number in savings and checkings, what 4 things would you invest in? What do you spend most of your time thinking about? So you're just going to list 4 for each of those, and then you're going to go back and you're going to create your money code. What is your money code and why are these things important to you? Because you can then start to check back when I'm spending something. Is it in alignment with my money code or is it out of alignment? If it's out of alignment, you don't need to spend it. And this is what I do. I don't spend unless it comes into my money code. Okay, and then you'll just journal, how are you spending money compared to this code? What is and isn't in alignment with the code, and then where can you save spending, like what, and then what would that add up to, each month? How much would that save you? And the next thing I want you to do is declutter your environment, okay? So we want to make space. Money is we want to open the flow of money, which I'm going to go into in a moment, because money is just energy. So we want to create space for more money to come into our environment, into our world. So money wants to, is looking for conscious. So like I said, let's go, money is just energy, okay? So it's an energetic exchange, and money is looking for conscious, for those that are conscious and genuinely wanting to make the world a better place. It's a flow. So money's a flow. It's looking to be spent in order to make more, not to be hoarded. So again, we're taught like we have to just have these savings and we've got to put this money away and we don't spend. That's not how money works these days, okay? It's a flow. We want it to be able to flow in and flow out. Now that doesn't mean being irresponsible with your money and spending what you don't have. It wants to flow through the path of least resistance. So if we're in fear and we're in scarcity, and we're talking negatively about money, we've got resistance there. Money cannot flow through. It's looking to make its way to people who are of high vibration. Like attracts like. So we'll touch on, actually let's go into this now. So the emotional guidance scale, I've popped that in the document with all of these exercises for those of you to look at if you haven't seen it before. Simply you've got 2 kind of spirals. You've got an upward spiral and a downward spiral. The downward spiral is your low vibration emotions, or you might think of them as negative or bad. I don't like to say anything about good and bad emotions. We've got high vibe and low vibe. Low vibe one side, high vibe another side. Now, if we're down in there at the bottom of this low vibration one, where it's fear and scarcity, grief, maybe and depression, we can only attract that into our life if we stay there, okay? We can only attract more fear and scarcity. If we're at the top of the high vibration, where it's joy, passion, love, abundance, that's what we can attract in. We can attract in more money when we're vibrating high. Now that doesn't mean you don't feel your emotions and that you can't, and it's that like, let's be positive. It means we want to be operating from the high vibration majority of the time. However, what we want to do is understand our emotions so that we can move through them. We can allow the lower vibration emotions to be there. We can feel them, because then we can release them and we can start to make our way up that scale. And so let's say you're in fear and scarcity, and then the next one, I don't have these exactly in order, but let's say the next, you then move up to anger, and anger doesn't feel great, right? But if you express it, you can move through it. You feel it, you express it, you move through it, then you move to jealousy. Not so great either. You're kind of comparing yourself, you're envious of other people, like envy is going to be just above jealousy. But you're moving up. You're moving all the way up, and then you're going to start to come into the positive, or not positive, the high vibration emotions, and you'll start to move up that scale. So really creating that intimate relationship with emotions is really important as well when it comes to money. So then what else for money? So having a relationship with money. So this is where we start to think about money as if like we're dating it, you know. The better we treat money, the more it comes in. So just imagine you're going on a date with money. Like, how would you be? When you're in those early stages of dating, how would you be with that person? Yeah, treat money the same way. Remember, negative and low vibration is gonna repel money, just as it would in dating. So what I want you to do is write your current money story, okay? So what's your current money story? Going into your beliefs, the things you believe, what's the patterns that have played out in your life? How do you feel about money? And then I want you to burn it. I want you to burn it and commit to shifting your relationship with money, okay? Now that can be, you can do a little ritual around this if you want to. You can do some meditation around it. You can do it if you wanted to on a full moon, so you're letting go, because it's about letting go of that old story. You know, you can sage, you can Palo Santo, whatever feels good for you. Make it into a ritual if you want to. If not, just do it as is. And then when you've done that, you're going to write a new story. And how I'd like you to do this is write a new story by writing a love letter to money. How do you want your relationship to be? And write it as if you are there now. That's what it is. What's this money allowing you to do? How is it changing your life? How grateful for money are you? So write a love letter to money, and you can keep that one. You're not going to burn it. And if you want to forward date it, write it for a year in a year's time, and then you can go back and read it in a year. Okay, so let's have a little look at quantum physics and money. Okay, so everything, I've said it a few times, everything is energy. So everything has energy, and energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can only be transmuted. So the energy in which you do something determines the outcome of the thing you are putting your energy into. So it's all about the energy you put into it, the intention that you put into it as well. So the intention, the meaning, the expectations, and the emotion in which you do a thing has more to do with the result of the action. Okay, so we're really looking at energy and intention. The thoughts you think, the feelings you feel, the things you say, and the ways you move all create energy within you. So we literally want to be in the flow of money, in high vibration, in our body, in our being. We want to have good high intentions with money. Everything has a frequency, and you vibrate at frequencies. We all vibrate at frequencies. And this is why I say like attracts like. Even if we're not outwardly expressing how we feel, or let's say we're in a place of fear and scarcity, it's all energy and frequency, and people consciously or unconsciously pick up on that. So what you think, feel, or say, or believe will bring about a feeling, and that feeling will create a vibrational frequency, okay? So how we feel is often what creates our reality. So money has a frequency. So as you make an effort to vibrate at the frequency of money, which is high vibration, you become an energetic match for money. You become an energetic match for more money. The easier the money will come to you. So we want to move from fear, from scarcity, from guilt, from shame, and come into love, peace, expansion, joy, happiness, okay? Now, I want you to share with me the low vibration emotions. So I want you to share your beliefs with me, your limiting beliefs, and your low vibration emotions that come up around money, because that's the work that we will then dive into doing together to release, to move through the emotions, to release the beliefs, and to change those beliefs. Okay, so The more you remove yourself from your logical mind, so trying to make money based on how society has taught us to make money, you know, the hustle, you got to work hard to make money, the more money you will be open to receiving. Okay, so it's really changing that mentality, changing from that logical mindset, especially as women. You know, our power is in our body, it's in our intuition, it's not in our logical mind. There is no such thing as a fixed income. Instead of this or that mentality, how about this and that? Because often it's like, okay, well, I've got this job, or I do this and that's the only way I can earn money. That's not true. So from this or that, changing to this and that. This gets to open more portals, there's more expansion. You're creating space for more money to come in. If you've got a fixed mindset and you think you have a fixed income, you have put up a block, an energetic block, and the money cannot come to you, okay? Right, the next thing I want you to look at is purchases. When you're spending money, energetically, does this feel good? Does it feel aligned with my higher self and soul? So we've said this when you're looking through your past spending, but I want you to ask yourself these questions when you're spending money. Does it align with my money code, which is going to be your higher self, your soul? Is this going to bring me closer to my dreams or further away? Now let's have a little look at debt and reframing debt. Again, in the patriarchy and society today, we are taught that debt is bad. Now, debt is neither good nor bad. So it's just considered bad under the patriarchy, but it's now what we make that to mean, yeah? Or mean about us or mean to us. So let's drop what we've made it to mean and change that to debt is neither good nor bad. Think that your bank, okay? Your bank lends you money. It's a business. It wants to lend you money. The more money you get from your bank, the more you increase your credit, the more money they want to give you. It's all about the flow. So you're just a customer for your bank. So whether, you know, if you've got £10,000 in savings, £10,000 in credit, then you've got £20,000, yeah? Rather than the way we would look at it in the patriarchy is that we don't have anything, yeah? Or we're broke. So let's start to reframe your relationship or the way you feel about debt. The more, like I said, actually, the more you work with changing this relationship around debt, the easier you will find to bring yourself out of debt if that is one of your intentions and one of your goals, okay? So like I said, your credit cards, loans, they are just another stream of overflow and abundance. None of this means to go and start spending irresponsibly though. I always want you to come back to that money code. So the money behind us, it doesn't matter if it's cash or credit. How you use your cash and spend your credit, that's what matters. Is it from a high vibration? Is it from a place of alignment? Is it from your soul's desires? So now I want you to rewrite your story around debt. You're going to shift that story, write a new story around debt. Then I want you to look at how much credit do you have and what did you use it for? Was it necessary? Was it an investment? So for example, coaching. You know, this is an investment into yourself. This is an investment into bettering your life, changing your position in life in the future. So really ask yourself, what did you use it for? Was it necessary? Was it an investment that's going to bring you closer to the life that you desire? That's going to bring you closer to stepping into your truest, your highest, your most authentic self? Is it going to bring you closer to building the business, making more money, whatever that is, changing career? I want you to go through your debt, get clear on how much you have, go through your credit, shall I say, get clear on how much you have, and then look at what you've spent it on. Then I want you to decide not to worry about it, okay? Drop your ideas of when and how you should pay off your debt. Focus on expanding into new levels of receiving money in abundance. So focus on the feeling of being in high vibrational alignment to attract more money in. Decide you're okay with higher amounts of money sitting in your bank account. So this is where we set a new energetic set point, because what we find is we're almost conditioned. We're used to having a certain amount of money and no more, so we're blocked. You know, that's our energetic level for being able to receive. So we want to change that. So what I'd like you to do here is then write your budget and then write your dream budget. Your dream budget, that is your new energetic set point, okay? That is what you are now open for receiving in life, or in money, should I say. Decide be honest with yourself if you do or don't want to pay off your debt. Either is fine, okay? So now you're gonna write your current financial story. You might want to do this one, you do this together actually with when you're reframing debt and rewriting that story, okay? So how much money is in your checking and savings? What are the balances on your credit cards and loans? What are your monthly reoccurring debits? What are your total monthly expenses? What do you spend the rest of your money on each month? How much coffee, dinner, lunches and drinks out, okay? So getting really clear on that spending. So if any of this repeats, you can just drop in the information that you've already received from diving into this. Now the important thing is we've got to know where we are, because there's a real, there's a real tendency to get into that fear and scarcity and then ignore it. We can't shift our relationship with money, we can't shift our financial position and welcome in more abundance if we don't know where we are at the moment. So I want you to get really, really clear on it. And set the mood, make it a fun experience. Light some incense, put some incense on, light a candle, put some music on, have a glass of wine, whatever it is, just enjoy this experience, okay? And then a little bit more work on beliefs. So what do you believe to be true about your ability to make money and receive financial overflow? Where do you live most of the time on that emotional guidance scale, which I talked about? What would allow you to raise your emotional vibration and move up the scale, okay? And then what I want you to do, we're going to open that flow, okay? We're opening the flow of money. So let's go into visualization. I've told this story before, I love it. Jim Carrey, he wrote a blank check for like 10 million, like 10 years before he got signed in Dumb and Dumber. And literally 10 years to the day, he got signed in Dumb and Dumber for 10 million, okay? He wrote that check and put it in his wallet, but he visualized it every single day. So I want you to visualize, see the money that you want to call in your account, see the payments coming in on your phone, see yourself saying yes to the new venture, the new job, the new clients, the client saying yes to you, okay? So really create that picture in your mind and visualize that every day. I quite like doing it when I'm doing some dancing as well, just getting into the flow of abundance and money. I'll do some visualization in my meditation. And I want you to journal this as well. Get really clear, get really specific on it. Then speak it into existence. So like, I am abundant, I am worthy, I am open to receiving more money in my life. I am making £10,000 a month. Whatever it is, get into speaking it into existence, because we then change the physiology, we change the way we feel. The more we're feeling in that place, we are aligned energetically for that to happen, for that to come in, for that to be our reality. So you want to let money move through you. Like I say, it's a flow. So stagnant and stuck energy needs to move through us, needs to move through the body. So this is where we go back to the emotional intimacy. So things like through movement, yoga, through dance, through shaking, especially getting those low vibration emotions out of the body to create space for that money to come in. Checking your environment, so making sure your space is clear and clean and open for receiving money. Check your wallet. Do you have old receipts in there? Is your wallet tidy? Is your money all screwed up? So just really, again, working on that relationship with money. And then what I'd love you to do, there's an exercise in Existential King. So most of you, I will have asked you to get this book. It's all around shadow work, which we will obviously dive into together. But there's an exercise in there called Deepest Fears Inventory. So what you do, I'm just going to read this one out. And actually, there's two things about Existential King. Now, one thing I love about this book and about her take on shadow work and how we feel is that there's a part of us, maybe we get some pleasure out of it. So if I'm in fear and scarcity, maybe there's a part of me that's actually enjoying that. And if you start to think, okay, could I be getting some pleasure out of this? Could I be enjoying this? It reframes, it changes the whole way you feel, because it doesn't make the hard work, the shadow work, so hard, so challenging. So I'm like, okay, is there a part of me that is liking running out of money? This is what I was doing. I was like, is there a part of me that is getting some pleasure out of this? So I want you to think about that. And then I want you to do this Deepest Fears Inventory. So if you have the book, it's on page 93, it starts. I'm not going to read the whole exercise. I'm just going to tell you how, what you need to do. So you're going to write at the top of a sheet of paper, and it's also going to be a piece of paper that you can throw away, you can rip up and throw away. Dear God, dear universe, whatever it is that you believe in, dear spirit, I hate and resent having, and then you're going to fill in what it is you want. So I hate and resent having £10,000 months. And then you're going to write 20 things, at least 20 things, 20 reasons as to why. Whatever, and it's going to be first impulse, whatever comes up. So it could be like, I hate and resent having £10,000 months because it will mean I have to be seen. I hate and resent having £10,000 month because I will be judged. I could lose friends. I'd have a proper business. I would be ready to settle down. I've never had that much money before. So you just keep going through and come up with 20 things. It doesn't matter how ridiculous they are. And then I want you to do that for 30 days. Same thing, you're gonna rip it up, throw it away, rip it up, throw it away. You're bringing all of these fears into awareness, okay? And it's gonna help you to move through these fears as well. So just to finish off, I want you to get to know your money stories, get to know how money hurt you, understand how your family talked about money, learn where you are taking advantage of money, set your environment to date money, set your new energetic set point. So what are you energetically available for a relationship with money? How much are you ready to call in? So changing that level of abundance, okay? Set your financial standards, okay? How do you want to be in a relationship with money? Unlearn your money stories, so deprogram, unlearn your money stories so you can learn new ones. Have an us talk with money, okay? What we've said about writing a letter to money. We choose often to stay in our stories because we don't want to push ourselves out of our comfort zone, okay? And that's when the ego comes in, because the ego is trying to keep you in your comfort zone, which is probably fear and scarcity, okay? So we have to want our dreams more than our drama, okay? So you got to want your dreams more than your drama. So investigate the kind of crap that your ego, the voice of your ego, what it comes up with, the bullshit that you're telling yourself, and just take the steps forward. They're scary, but take them forward. Embody what it would feel like to be in a healthy relationship with money. So be that person now. You know, be your highest self every day. What can you do to step into her? And then set up frequent money dates. So whether it's every Friday, like maybe every 2 weeks, every week, just where you check over your money situation. You go into your bank accounts, you do your accounts, whatever it is, because that's going to help to really keep building your relationship with money. So that is it for today. There's a lot for you to go through. Like I say, you don't need to do this all back to back. I would set yourself a timeline. Make sure you do all of the exercises. You will have a document shared with you as well with all of the exercises in and all the journaling prompts. And yeah, then just let me know what comes up and how you get on. And as always, sending love. I'm grateful for you. I appreciate you and I love you.